In this video, I want to look at how can we do some basic style and text editing inside of PowerPoint. Now, there's a lot of existing templates that are out there that you can use, but what happens if you want to make some changes to a template? How easy is that? Well, turns out it's quite easy. And I'm actually starting off with the plain, boring, basic template that almost isn't, just so I can kind of show you how easy it is to make some really simple changes. Now, what's kind of cool about this is you can take an existing template, make these changes, and save your own template, your own style. And that's a great thing. So let's get a look at how we're going to make these changes. Here I'm on my title screen, and I'm just going to select this editing text box. So I'm not going to click and highlight the text. If I did, I could, of course, and I can make it bold, but then it appears different than the text right next to it. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to select the whole box just by clicking on its little outline. This way, any changes I make occur for the whole box. And I can do a lot of different things. Everything from change my font size, maybe make it even bigger because maybe I've got a short title. I want it to really stand out. Of course, I can make it bold, and that's going to help. All those types of text changes are going to be inside my Home tab underneath my font section. This is going to include things like changing my color or adding a drop shadow and basic things like that. If I go to my Format tab, which becomes available to me when I select my text box, I have several word art styles. And it will put in things like outlines, changing colors, even do a different type of drop shadow. So if I want to do something that really stands out, it's completely different, I have this ability. Most of these are going to become quite visible simply by hovering over them. Now, sometimes certain effects work better with certain types of fonts than others, and we just have to kind of get used to which ones do we want to pick. Once I hovered over a word style that I liked, I clicked on it and that selected it for me. Of course, I can do that with any of my styles, but notice that in this case, this particular style doesn't show up really well on something small. So I'll need to either increase the size of my font, go back to the home and change the font size, or I need to pick a different style. Now, right now, the box that my text is in doesn't have any outlines or anything like that. Well, I can select it, and I can add different styles. So based upon what type of text I have, I might want to make some modifications. I can click the drop down and really see some major changes, all different types based upon my theme settings, some built-in presets, etc. Now, you might say, well, I don't like having this text up here at the top. Well, I can come to Align Text and choose Middle, and now I can align my text differently inside of my box. If I change my font size, it still keeps it in the center of my text box. So this is going to start to allow me to define some themes and make things a little bit easier to read and look a little visually more appealing to me. And all this is being done by selecting options that are preset. I can go in, of course, and mainly edit individual items like a border or a background if I want to. But in this case, I'm just using the default presets. I'm going to select my second slide. And you'll notice these are the 4 things that we talked about making changes. Well, I don't have to have them as bullet points. I instead could make them as a numbered list, basically saying, go through these step by step. All I have to do is under my paragraph, change my bullet list to a numbered list, and that automatically occurs for me. Now you might be thinking, this is nice, but none of my information is really coming over. None of my styles are coming over very easily. I'm going to select this subtitle, choose Format Painter, come over to my second slide, and now click on my title for the slide. Now, if you notice, what it did is it took all that information that was for that subtitle, the background color of my font size, etc. It took all that information and applied it into the same size box that I had there before. This helps visually tie things together and make things pull in nicely. Didn't have to go and try to remember what all my different settings were. It did it for me. Now, these are some basic ways that I can customize the style and design of my PowerPoint slides to make it a little bit nicer and more consistent based upon what I need.